top 5 physical media releases for 2024. It's going to be a little bit different than our movie one, just because it's a lot of stuff that came out in 2024 but has been around for a while, or like is an older movie or something. Just as far as like things that have been around for a while, number 5, the Godzilla Marvel Omnibus.
Yes.
It's a little weird to have a comic book on the list and not be a Blu-ray, but
it is physical media.
It is physical media. It's something that's been very unavailable for a while, unless you collected the single issues.
Yes, and then they do have the Marvel Essentials, which is black and white, a little overpriced. That's how I read it the first time.
Isn't it not complete?
It is complete.
Oh, it is? Okay.
It is complete. It was a great read. I love the series. But this omnibus is gorgeous, hardcover with a nice little dust jacket. I'm assuming it's remastered because the pages look incredible. The colors look great. It's so smooth. I read the Facsimile version too, and that was like remastered. It's a gorgeous collection. This is like the ultimate Godzilla Marvel collection. And who knew that we would get another Godzilla Marvel run coming? These are going to be one-shots coming down the line for 2025, with the first one, Fantastic Four. But yeah, definitely looking forward to more Godzilla Marvel, and this is the collection to have. It was a bit pricey on release, but it's gone down a little. Things from Another World had it kind of cheaper, and Target does carry it. You could bundle it with the buy two get one free deals when they do come around. There is that really expensive 70 Years of Godzilla book coming out next year. It's sort of like an encyclopedia, even though we just got like that illustrated encyclopedia. I would bundle it with that. I would bundle it with that book and the Godzilla encyclopedia. Target does do that deal with pre-orders, so I would go that way if you want to save a little money.
And they run that sale probably about once a quarter.
Oh yeah, not
it's
even
pretty common.
Not barely more. I would say almost once a month at this point now.
Yeah, it's a fairly common deal to get there.
Yeah.
So
and I think this is only going to go up in price too.
Yeah.
Once they sell.
Once it goes out of print.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like the ultimate collection, so 100% recommend you pick it up.
It's definitely gonna be one of those things where it's like, like there was no reason to not get it when it came out. And then people 5 years from now are gonna be scalping them, and you're gonna be like, "Why didn't you just buy it when it came out?" Like, it was very readily available.
Yes.
Like the Godzilla 2014 novel, it was like you could literally get those things in any bargain bin for $1.
And now it's
now it's like a $60 book for some reason. No good reason. But talking about things that are unfortunately out of print, number 4, Shin Ultraman the Raven Banner release.
Not the Cleopatra one, guys.
Not the Cleopatra. That is a bottom 5 release. And that would be number 1 of the bottom. Probably the worst physical media release.
Yeah.
That we could have gotten. But the Raven Banner one kind of came through, fixed all of the issues, added a commentary track, added actual subtitles, not dub titles, and it was on a dual layer 50 gigabyte Blu-ray versus a compressed 25 gigabyte single layer Blu-ray disc. So it has less compression to begin with. The quality is not the same. The audio is not the same. The visual glitches aren't there. You're not going to have to worry about swapping out your disc 5 times on a disc replacement program that you have to go sign up for because Cleopatra's not going to do it for you. I don't know what happened with that release, but Raven Banner fixed it.
Yeah.
They should have just signed a deal with Mill Creek and had Mill Creek take care of it.
Yeah.
That's honestly what it should have happened.
Yeah.
But they were having a little lover's quarrel for some reason. I don't know what happened there.
But Raven Banner is the ultimate North American release. Now, it was dubbed a limited release. Now, I don't know if it was a limited edition. We had a nice slipcover with the artwork on it. I do not know if Raven Banner is gonna reprint it and give us like a bare bones one where it doesn't have the slipcover.
Very, very cool artwork on it.
But
and then it just has the regular,
yeah,
yeah, what you would expect.
Yes. So I'm
on it.
I'm kind of curious that I wonder if Raven Banner would release a non-limited edition. That's basically that right there.
No booklet, but that's fine.
No, yeah. It is a gorgeous set. It was worth every penny. I got mine straight from them, shipped from Canada. Diabolic DVD did have them for a little, up until a month ago. I only just realized it was out of print, like, literally, like, a couple days ago.
Yeah, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Typically, we try not to, like, recommend stuff that you guys can't buy.
Yeah. But I don't know what the
this
secondary market looks like for this right now. And now might be the time, if people don't realize it's out of print, to jump on it if it is available on the secondary market. But you want to get that Raven Banner one, just like Dan showed there before. It's the way to go. I mean, I don't know if it's worth the risk for Cleopatra. I mean, they're probably like $9, the Cleopatra ones, if they're still out there now at this point.
Oh, they're definitely cheaper.
But, yeah. And I think that about wraps it up for the Shin Ultraman Raven Banner release, right?
Yeah, not much to really talk about it beyond just it is so much better than what was currently available at the time. And, it's one of, two Shin Universe movies to actually get a physical release.
Yeah.
I think I don't count Evangelion as a Shin Universe. That's so stupid. Not for
yeah, I don't think it has got a physical release. No,
I don't know.
No, I'm really hoping that once they release that one, they release like a box set, then I would get all the rebuild movies that they call them together. But yeah, we don't have a Shin Kamen Rider Blu-ray out there legitimately,
and Shin Godzilla is very hard to get a hold of.
It keeps going out of print, or
and they like print like 5 copies and it sells out.
Yeah.
But again, that's another one of those things where just like it was readily available for years for like $5, $10. But yeah, moving on to our number 3 pick. Again, I don't think there's going to be a surprise with this one. We have Ultraman Blazar, the Blu-ray pack with the movie. Just came out in November. A great release by Mill Creek. Has the English dub of the movie on there. Besides going to San Diego Comic-Con, it's the only way to actually watch it in America. And did we ever get a confirmation? Did they pull the American episodes from YouTube?
Yes, I believe they did. They're on there illegitimately now.
yeah, they're easy to find on there.
They're still on there, but they're not on Super Riot's channel.
Yeah, which is unfortunate, but I guess I can kind of understand it, but also I think it's kind of stupid.
Yeah, I mean, they got to sell physical media.
Yeah, I get it, but I mean, I guess it was up there for like a year.
Yeah, they left it up there a good while. I mean,
so you had time to watch it.
Yeah.
But now you have to buy the Raven Banner. I mean, not the Raven Banner, the Mill Creek set.
Yes.
Which is nice. It's not like it's expensive. It's like, what, $25?
Yeah. They always initially, when they first get announced, they're like through the roof. But like by the time, like it's like a month.
Yeah, like $40.
Yeah, before it's even actually out, the price drops to like $20-$25. The Mill Creek sets are very affordable. So yeah, highly recommend going out there, getting Ultraman Blazar. Like we said, it's gonna be like one of those generational Ultramans where it's like such a like this is the anchor for what came after. Like everyone's gonna talk about Blazar.
No, I agree, and I think that it's definitely like the it's just the best thing that's come out in a while.
Yeah,
I feel like it was the perfect series again to come out for an American audience.
Yeah.
Supposedly it wasn't targeting an American audience, but I find that hard to believe. Honestly.
I loved it.
Yeah. And then for our number 2 slot, we didn't really specify a version on this because they're still coming out with versions of this. Godzilla -1. I have my Japanese collector's edition over here. This is the one that was on the Godzilla store with the English subtitle tracks on it and the -1 minus color Blu-ray on it as well with the subtitle track. For a while, if you weren't interested in a dub, I would say that this is the best version to get because you get all the versions of the movie. And then they came out with the more wide release American 4K Blu-ray DVD release that came out also with the steelbook if you wanted to get the collector's steelbook. That one did not have minus color on it, but it had the English dubs with the color and it was in 4K. And it had English special features. But now they're coming out with another set on the Godzilla store that has an added commentary track and -1 minus color. I don't know if it's in 4K, but it does have the English track, dub track on it. I don't know what they were thinking with these releases.
They were thinking
they're great.
They were thinking we're gonna make some money, but yes, all the releases have been great.
All the releases they have been great. I don't think you can go wrong with any of them. I think you just have to figure out what you want.
I'm now gonna
or if you just want all three, just get all three.
I'm now gonna own 3 different sets of -1, and each set has.
Yeah, honestly, at this point, I think a lot of the fan base is dubbing it the watch along.
Yes,
set.
that is what it's called. Yes, the watch along.
That seems like the best one. If you just want like a very wide, open expanse of like having everything on it, that seems to be the best one.
Yes, and that nice Godzilla source set that Dan showed with a book and everything. I
don't think there's a bad one of the bunch.
And they've been restocking that too. So like they sold out, but then they came back. They keep restocking though, so don't give up on that. The steelbooks, I think you guys are all kind of out of luck on that. I think.
Yeah, the steelbooks, I don't think they're gone. But you can just get, if you're not interested in a steelbook, just get the regular 4K set. It's fine.
Yeah.
Unless you feel like you need minus color, you're probably fine with a general release 4K Blu-ray set.
Yeah. But if you're collectors that needs everything,
an upgrade, get the watch along. If you want the cool collector stuff, get the collector thing.
Yeah.
You're not going to go wrong with it. And it's a really great movie. I feel like it deserves multiple watches, and I am going to own all 3 releases. I'm not proud of that, but I am.
Collector OCD, guys.
I'm going to be like, but this one's got this track on it, and this one's got that.
Being a collector's a curse sometimes.
Yeah. But I gotta say, one thing that we were not cursed with... Oh, I'm not reaching all the way up that high. Our number 1 pick, we don't have any honorable mentions for this. The Godzilla Criterion Collection 4K set. I cannot speak highly enough about this.
The 1954.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's the original Gojira on 4K. It is not the same as the Criterion Collection Blu-ray set.
It looks the same.
It looks exactly the same. The packaging is exactly the same. The video quality is not the same. The scan that they did on the film is not the same scan, just upgraded. It's completely different. The Blu-ray scans of the Godzilla films that Toho did are very dirty, very cheap scans with very poor colors, very poor contrast, a lot of artifacts on there still. This fixes a lot of the artifacts. Not all of them, but a lot of them. The contrast is so much better. Black and white movies in 4K with an HDR track really is the best way to watch a black and white movie, because the black is actually black. It's not like some faded gray that looks weird. It's an amazing release. By the time I post this, our comparison should be up, and I think it'll be very apparent when people see the side-by-sides how good this set is. It's really, like, if you have a 4K setup, or you're thinking about getting a 4K setup, you have a PS5, whatever you can do, this is the way to watch that movie now. Like, it is so good. Usually I don't tout that 4Ks are so much better than the Blu-ray, because a lot of times they're just minor upgrades. This is like changing the movie, I feel like.
Yeah, it's a massive upgrade, and I really look forward to what Criterion has for us next year with the Biollante release. I mean,
that sounds like it's going to be probably on our top 5 list for next year.
Yeah, it's sounding like it might be just the first of many. I would not be surprised if we have another release by the end of the year. Who knows?
Yeah, or at least announced.
Yes.
I hope that Criterion, obviously Biollante is probably the most sought after Godzilla movie on physical media for its media rights complications that it's had with Miramax. Now it seems that Criterion has it, because before I don't even think it was on the Criterion channel, like the Godzilla channel. Like I don't know if they had the rights before this. So whatever needed to happen happened. It's been resolved, and I think that they were like, we can make a bunch of money if we throw out just Biollante.
And they will.
They will, because even it doesn't make it. They have it on Blu-ray and they have it on 4K. It doesn't make any sense to not buy it. It's like a $200. It was a $200 Blu-ray. And this is most certainly going to be a better quality than the Blu-ray release was. So, we haven't done the comparisons.
I pre-ordered it instantly.
I'm assuming it's a new. I'm assuming the Blu-ray that the Criterion Collection comes with, even if you get the Criterion Blu-ray and you're not getting the 4K because you don't have a 4K setup, I'm assuming that they're going to use the 4K scan downgraded to 1080p.
Yeah, that's what I would assume too.
Yeah, so it's going to be the release.
Yeah, and I mean, I pre-ordered it with 1954 because I kind of forgot to pre-order the 4K for 54. So I pre-ordered it direct from Criterion, the two of them, to save on shipping. I'm just having them both ship at the same time. And it's only coming out in like February or March, so I'm like, I can wait till February or March for my 1954 4K, because we just saw it at Kaiju Brooklyn in November, so I don't need to see it again that soon.
Yeah, I think that... I really hope not only that we get other Godzilla movies in 4K from Criterion, and I think that they're going to probably move to a single release versus the big book that no one was really a huge fan of.
Yes, the Impractical book.
I hope they move on. I understand it costs more money to do these single releases, and we're paying for that, but I think that's what people want. And I hope that they go on to movies like Space Amoeba,
yes,
War of the Gargantuas, Rodan, Varan. Am I forgetting anything else? The Mysterians,
Dogora. Yeah.
I hope we get those movies as well.
Yeah.
I think that there is a collector's market for it. I think that especially War of the Gargantuas, I would say mostly.
Yeah. I mean, that's a no-brainer. I don't know how we don't have a Blu-ray release of that here in the States.
I don't know, and it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. That's like a god tier movie right there.
Frankenstein Conquers the World. Yeah. Just throwing them out there. Just trying to think of stuff like that. I feel like Criterion could really hit a really good market with that stuff. Yeah. And people would just snap it up.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
But
that's kind of like what's on my wish list for 2025. Do you have any other things that you hope, since we're not doing honorable mentions, anything that you're like, oh, I hope we get this?
There's just
Ultra Q Dark Fantasy.
Yeah, Ultra Q Dark Fantasy up there. yeah, that's one on there. I really want some more Ultraman stuff. I really hope Mill Creek pushes it and really gets us some good sets. I really want them to step up the damn quality of these boxes, though. 3 of my 4 discs were loose on the Blazar set. The Taiga one was pristine, nothing loose. But these, and I had to wrestle those suckers onto the knobs. Like, it's not that the knobs were broken this time, it's just that the disc could not sit on them. So I don't know how the factory goes. I don't know if Mill Creek has their own spot. I don't know how the production works. but there needs to be some quality check on that. Just
Yeah.
the loose disc thing needs to end. I mean, we've talked to this. I don't know how many times, but I've had to return and exchange Ultraman sets so many times because the discs were damaged. Luckily, these, even though they were loose, they were in good shape, and it was like, I don't know if it's because of the book and everything kind of kept it tight. Yeah, no scratches on them, luckily, and they're all good.
Yeah, we've spoken with other people that have had issues with Mill Creek.
Yeah.
Specifically for the Blazar set, where they've had disc loose. I'm gonna get mine this week, so I'll see if there's anything jingling in that one. But yeah, I mean that about wraps it up for what I want. A Yongari Blu-ray or 4K would definitely be up there.
Yeah, I'd say the Reptilicus Vinegar Syndrome release was an honorable mention there, actually, now that I'm thinking. But yeah, I'm hoping maybe they'll do a Yongari.
Yeah, that's kind of like the last, like, I'm sorry, I'm not paying $100 for Yongari on a bare bones Blu-ray release. I'll pirate it at that point.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not paying that. But yeah, I mean that about wraps it up for our top 5 physical media releases for 2024. What do you guys think? Is there anything that you felt that we missed on here? I felt like we were trying to be pretty fair with it. Like, we didn't put Godzilla X Kong on here. It had like 1 million steelbook releases, and it just came out on 4A. But there's nothing on there that I was like, oh, like this is like super good. Like, we need it. Type of. It was just, it was just a release. Nothing over the top about it.
Yeah. The only thing that was, I think, might have been a big deal for a lot of fans. Like I said, we're kind of noobs to it, but it was the Kamen Rider movie trilogy released by Media Blasters. The replacement discs are in, and they are shipping out, so they were really on top of that. And
yeah, I would
nothing like a Cleopatra flub, and they owned it, and they're great movies that all the Kamen Rider fans have wanted. So that's a really cool set. That would probably be the only other honorable mention I would throw in there.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I was thinking about maybe counting that for next year, because by the time I get that, I haven't even opened it because I'm like, this isn't released until I get that replacement disc. I haven't even, it's still in the bubble.
The replacement disc, I believe, will be shipping next week. I mean, it is the holidays, so maybe the next week.
Who knows? So I'm like, next year, it's going to be like a next year type of thing.
Yeah.